Halo guys, kembali bersama Gru dan kali ini gue akan lanjutin lagi main Tower of Fantasy di mana kita akan segera melanjutkan story dari Simulacra ya. Dan Simulacra hari ini seperti kalian lihat di layar ya, ini gue akan mainin story dari Simulacra yang bernama Samir di mana dia adalah dual gunner dan merupakan salah satu unit DPS terbaik di game ini ya. Elemen dari Samir ini sendiri itu merupakan thunder ya. Jadi ini lightning elemen yang bisa kalian pergunakan untuk menuntaskan misi-misi kalian di Tower of Fantasy ini guys. Jadi nggak pakai nunggu lama, kita akan langsung mulai misi untuk mendapatkan simulacrum ini ya. Oke, jadi kita akan langsung continue with the simulacrum story ya. Mari guys.
Attention, Executor of District 9. Please report to Regional Officer Gerard immediately. Attention, Executor of District 9. Please report to Regional Officer Gerard immediately.
Problems at High Cross again?
Oke, sepertinya di High Cross ya. Oke, kita akan kembali ke High Cross di mana ini itu pertandanya merah-merah dan itu di puncak banget ya. Oh ya, emang di menara itu ya High Cross ya. Oke, pertama artinya boleh ada di sini. Ganti relik dulu. Untuk nyebrangin lautan tuh kita perlu pakai yang namanya jet boat. Oke, kita akan turun dari sini menggunakan jetpack ke lautan sebelum menggunakan jet boat. Wow. Kayaknya dari ketinggian segini tuh harusnya udah nggak mati ya kalau turun ya. Tapi kita nggak akan tahu kalau kita nggak coba. Tapi ya udah, kita tunggu stamina habis dulu, lalu kita akan terjun bebas ya. Terjun bebasnya 3, 2, 1. Oke, hop. Salah dong. Oke, akhirnya kita sampai di Astra Opium Tower ya. Ini tadi gue skip ya karena tadi manjatnya nggak kuat dan terjadi beberapa kecelakaan. Jadi biar cepet tadi gue skip aja. Dan sekarang kita akan segera naik untuk menuju High Cross ya. Dimana High Cross ini merupakan kota yang bisa dicapai dengan teleport di sini ya. Go to High Cross. Oke, kita akan segera menjalankan misi Samir. Oke, ini dia, kita sudah bertemu dengan Gerard untuk memulai misi Samir ini, guys.
I really can't think of anything else that could be of help. I didn't notice anything abnormal when I tried it here yesterday.
Okay,
Have you checked the usage reports in your personal database? Is it possible that the data may have been altered in some way?
No, I've checked it 3 times already. The problem didn't start with me.
Okay.
What are you guys...
Mr. Rick was testing out a new simulacrum technique, but something went wrong and he ended up like this.
Okay.
Did you find the cause?
We're still investigating. I've already reported the problem to Dr. Henry, so we should have a solution soon.
I just hope it's not too big of a problem. I won't be able to go anywhere like this without scaring everyone around.
Oke, kita lanjut aja. Kita akan tolongin dia ya. Ini kita udah pakai Samirnya ya. Oke, ini di atas. Jadi gua akan pakai jetpacknya buat naik. Oke, kita harus berbicara dengan Joaquin.
I take it you've seen the mess down there?
Okay, yeah.
We found the root of the problem. Someone used aberrant data to repackage the simulacrum unit labeled Prototype T04 in the database. As a result, when Rick selected the T04, after looking into the access history for the simulacrum database, I cross-referenced all high-level accounts with data modification privileges against the possible time at which the data was tampered with. The T-04 unit is rarely accessed, and the last time was nearly 2 months ago. As such, it was fairly easy to identify the culprit. Her name is Samir. She is a high-cross executor. Despite her young age and relatively short career length, her abilities have proven to be outstanding, and she shows no small amount of promise. Unfortunately, despite her exceptional capabilities, her personality leaves much to be desired.
How bad is it?
As a young and eccentric prodigy, she is abnormally fond of causing all kinds of trouble, as well as pulling pranks that only she herself finds amusing. As a result, very few people are willing to deal with her, much less work with her. We lost contact with her about a month ago, and she has yet to report her whereabouts or actions to her superiors. The reason I asked you to come here today was to help me with this dilemma.
Dilemanya sih
So
cukup
where
banyak.
should I begin looking?
According to our current records, she tends to settle in a certain safe house on the ground. You can begin your search there. I'll send you the data of the safe house. As long as you get her to return the original data for prototype T-04, we won't hold her accountable for the problems her tampering has caused.
Bye.
I just hope this mess will be over soon.
Amin. Oke, mari kita lanjutkan misinya. Kayak kita harus ke ground lagi. Ini kita dikerjain, guys. Tapi ini Nasri lagi kan, Samir ya. Gue kepikirannya sama pemain bola Samir Nasri, guys. Oke, kita akan kembali ke daratan rendah karena ini di dalam kubah ya. Oke. Back to Aspen. Oke, ini di mana tuh ya? Oh, di seberang lagi ya? Gue dikerjain. Kerjain, guys. Gimana biar cepet ya? Oke, udah sampai daratan. Ya ampun. Kesel. Oke guys, kita udah mulai menyeberangi lautan lagi untuk mendekati Benji Sport ya. Oke, 300 meter kayak di atas itu ya, safe house-nya si Samir ya. Which is karakter yang kita pakai sekarang, tapi ya ini kan ceritanya kita belum dapat ya. Tapi karena di sini mungkin karena gacanya gue dapat duluan dari story, jadi oke, kita pakai aja Nasrinya ya. Nasri lagi kan, Samir. Oke, kita harus manjat pohon, sepertinya manjat tebing pohon. Oh. Oke. Oh, di atas itu. Oh, itu dari tadi yang kita lewatin tuh. Nggak dari tadi yang kita lewatin sih, dari tadi gue tuh udah berapa kali bolak-balik sini. Dan ternyata ini ya safe house-nya si Samir ya. Oke, Oke, mari kita dobrak. Hai, gue pemilik rumah.
Ding dong! Welcome to my cozy little home. Unfortunately, due to all the work I'm busy with, I don't have time to see any visitors right now. For future visits, please make an appointment in advance. See you some other day. So, press 1 for weather inquiries, 2 for task assignment, 3 for scheduling your revenge, and 4 if you want to treat me to lunch. Bye.
Waduh.
You know the rules. Cash first, then request. So bring out the earnest money. So, press 1 for weather inquiries, 2 for task assignment, 3 for scheduling your... I never turn down a good meal. Please leave your name and address, and I'll come find you personally.
Balik.
So, press 1 for weather inquiries, 2 for task assignment, 3 for scheduling your revenge, and 4 if you want to treat me to lunch. Today's weather is perfectly clear, with sunny skies and high visibility. So, press 1 for weather inquiries, 2 for task assignment, 3 for scheduling your revenge, and 4 your revenge request has been received. And you are the 91st person in the queue. Please wait patiently for your turn. Your estimated wait time is 2 weeks. Jeez, why are this many people so eager to get the... So, press 1 for weather inquiries, 2 for task assignment, 3 for scheduling... I never turn down a good meal. Please leave your name and address, and I'll come find you. Just leave the package at the door.
Package?
Huh? Aren't you a Banja's delivery person?
No, I work for Hycros.
Huh? Who Crows? Oh, I almost forgot about that. So what? You're the one they sent to find me in the end?
Dr. Joaquin would like you to return the original data for prototype T04.
Oh, so I'm supposed to hand it over just like that? What if I refuse?
Dr. Joaquin says that if you give it back, he can...
He can what? No what? I don't care, so bye-bye for now.
Oke, sebenarnya akan terjadi keributan. Apa ini kok di add friend gua?
You came to see her too?
And you are?
My name is Huma. I'm an executor.
Okay.
Dr. Joaquin asked me to find Samir and ask her to give back the original simulacrum data she had tampered with.
I know. After all, I saw your exchange with her just now. If you don't mind, let me try asking her.
Oke, boleh. Wah, kita dapat bantuan guys dari Huma. Oh, ternyata dia bisa ngebukain dong.
Oh, I can't believe someone was able to solve my impossible riddles. Leave your name, won't you?
Wow, how did you do that? Is there a secret sequence of buttons to press?
Not really, no.
Your name? What's your name?
My name is Huma.
Huma.
Did something go wrong?
Your name? Say it louder.
My name is Flora.
Flora?
Come on, let's go inside.
Oh iya, tentu masuk. Kita lihat, kita akan bertemu Samir. Samir Nasri, bukan. Oke, kita udah di dalam.
There's no one here. I knew it wouldn't be this easy.
Have we been pranked?
Possibly, but we can't just leave empty-handed. After all, she comes here fairly often, so maybe we can find some clues around here. Who knows? If you manage to find the data on prototype T04 here, you can go back even sooner.
Betul, setuju. Ayo kita cari.
Just be careful when you look around. She likes to play pranks on people.
Baik. Oke, lipstick.
When there's cheese, the mouse will walk into the trap. And I see you're trapped. How do you like that?
Kita ditipu.
Don't worry.
Waduh, ada
If you can remove the timer, you can get out of this alive. But if you fail, well, at least you'll die together.
Nggak baik kayak ini ya. Candanya maut, guys. Ini apa nih? Avoid the red wire.
Tick tock. It feels like time is slowing
Cut
down.
green. Oh ini, suruh pencet ini. Avoid the red wire. Cut green wire. Where is green wire?
3, 2. The looks on your faces must have been exciting.
Wow, ternyata kita kerjain juga.
This is just a warning. Next time, you won't be so lucky.
Are you okay, Huma? I'm fine. This brat. I found this note in the ribbons. It has the address of Banjas Inn written on it.
Okay. Suspicious letter. Okay. Banjas Inn.
The Banjas Inn? Did Samir leave this behind?
The address was written very clearly. Maybe she wants to meet me there. Or
Okay, benar.
I honestly have no idea what goes through.
I hear she's kind of eccentric.
Lunatic is more like it. Dealing with someone like her is almost
Lunatic loh, bukan
impossible.
eksentrik ya.
Anyway, now that the danger has passed, I think we should get out of here right away. I'm sure there are
Okay.
still plenty of other traps in this room.
Setuju ya.
We stand a
Go,
better
go, go,
chance
go,
if we
go.
work together, so I'll be waiting for you in Banjas.
Mari guys. Atau bentar, kita harus agak kepo ya kayaknya ya. Oke, ini nggak ada apa-apa. Ini tempat tidur, harusnya nggak ada apa-apa. Nah ini tembakannya ya, gunnya ya. Ya udah nggak ada apa-apa kayaknya. Jadi yuk langsung ke Banjas Pop. Banjas Inn. Tadi kenapa bisa gagal ya? Harusnya sih nggak kena ya, tapi ya mungkin kesalahan ya. Tadi juga agak nggak jelas ya warnanya ya. Oke, gua harus meluncur 220 meter ke arah utara. Enggak, northwest itu ya. Oke, gua akan pakai motor. Biar cepet ya. Kok begini jalannya? Oke, saatnya loncat. Oke, nice. Aduh, kena juga. Banjas Inn. Apakah di sini?
That's right. I'm Flora.
Oh? Then I believe this belongs to you. I've only been in business for about a year, but
Is something wrong, Huma?
Oh, you're here. I was just asking the owner about...
Like I said, nobody by the name of Samir has ever checked in here. Not even once. Are you sure you got the name right?
Harusnya benar.
What's with that package?
The owner says he's never met a Samir, which means she's probably using a different alias. So we asked him if he's noticed anyone suspicious lately.
Now you're asking the right questions. The person who left this package with me is the textbook definition of suspicious.
Was it a tall, young girl with blonde hair?
A tall blonde girl? No, it was no pretty little blonde. It was this giant fella, about 7 feet tall, as wide as the two of you but the guy was completely covered from head to toe, and his accent was definitely not from around here. No matter how you look at it, this guy was anything but normal.
Okay.
Are you sure that the package this person left with you is for me?
Absolutely. Look, it even has "For Flora" written on it. Didn't you say that was you?
If this really is from Samir, you don't think she put a bomb in it or something, right?
No, Samir would never hurt the people here. I think it's safe to open it and take a look and see.
Okay, good job, I'm sure. Okay. I left you and Grandma to seek treatment in High Cross, but High Cross is very boring. If it weren't for the treatment, I wouldn't be able to stand 1 second of it. Every day, doctors in white coat pace about the room. Sometimes I'd set up challenges only to be completely ignored. My riddles hang there as awkward as forgotten. Oke. Jadi dia sebenarnya mau main ya. Nasir ini demen
this letter
main.
mentions 2 people, Peach and Flora. Do you and Samir know each other?
Kayaknya enggak.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hide it from you. She and I, we grew up together.
Oh.
Peach and Flora. Pretty silly names, huh? Granny Lucy came up with those names. She raised us as orphans.
Oh.
And this is the place where we grew up. This is our home. Peach is older than me by 2 years. She's always been pretty mischievous, and she used to pick on me all the time. Looking back, she really wasn't much of a big sister. But back then, she was the person I looked up to most. I would follow her everywhere she went, causing trouble and getting scolded for it. She would always talk about becoming an explorer when she grew up, so I wanted to be one too. We would run all over the place looking for new and exciting adventures. Oh, things were so childlike back then. And if it wasn't for what happened later, maybe that childish dream of ours could have come true.
What happened?
Peach came down with a strange illness, one that even the best doctors and bandages couldn't cure. Afterwards, Mr. Colador helped us ask Hycros for aid, and they took her away one day. I haven't seen her once since then.
You mean you two haven't seen each other at all since then?
When she first left, she would sometimes send me letters. I thought that she would get better soon, that she would come back to us. But after a while, even the letters stopped coming. I've wanted to find her all this time. I even joined Hycros as an executor on my own account. But maybe she... Never mind. Why don't we put our search on hold for a bit and go visit Grandma Lucy? I haven't been back to see her in a long time.
Let's go.
Does Lucy live by herself?
Yes. I can't come back often because of the
Let's go.
mission. She lives on her own right now.
Let's go.
At least she's healthy and everyone checks on her, so I feel a lot better about this arrangement. But she's getting old and a little senile. If she says something strange, please don't mind her.
Oke, bye. Oh, ini dia nih. Waduh, nenek kaya.
Grandma, I'm back.
Wow, Grandma.
Oh. Well, if it isn't my little Peach. Come here.
Ya, di Pokemon.
Let Grandma take a good look.
No, Grandma, it's me, Flora.
Flora? Oh, you two are as naughty as ever. Playing tricks on your old granny. You're clearly my little Peach. I wouldn't know. I raised the two of you ever since you were no taller than my knees. Your granny might be a little slower in her old age, but she could never mistake the two of you. Do you know how long it's been since you left, Peach? You got poor little Flora worried sick, saying things like she's going to go out and find you day in and day out.
Grandma, your mind is getting even hazier.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Say, who's that next to you? A friend? Oh, thank goodness. I was always afraid you wouldn't make any friends with how naughty you could be.
Grandma?
Pilih salah orang.
Hello, Grandma. I'm helping Huma look for Samir.
Ah, so you're looking for Flora, eh? Darn memory of mine. Almost forgot. She came by to visit a few days ago and even left a letter for Peach.
Oke,
Here,
at least kita
take a
dapat
look.
surat lagi, guys.
She came by
Next
to visit
riddle.
a few days ago, but There's an address on this as well. Samir says she's waiting for us there.
You too must have more important business to attend to, I take it. And I was just about to make your favorite food, too.
I'm sorry, Grandma. I mean, your little Peach will be back to see you soon.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Young people are always busy, as they should be. Go on and take care of business, and remember to be careful. Granny will always be waiting for you here.
Oke, sampai bertemu lagi, Grandma.
Come with me.
Come with me. Siap, ayo Dia agak lambat ya jalannya. Kita lari lebih cepat loh guys. Terus, nah.
Yuma, you look like you still have more to say.
The address Peach left for us. I've seen it before in a High Cross document. It's a hidden research facility, and it seems like they're working on a new project.
What kind of project?
It appears to be an extended application of the simulacrum technique. I only saw it in passing, so I don't know much. Besides, I didn't have high enough security clearance to read more about it.
X7 Secret Research Lab. Oke, coba kita. Teknologi answer passing. Oke. Simulacrum technology.
Might have something to do with this project. I've searched for her all these years, but I've only ever learned bits and pieces of her whereabouts from word of mouth. It seems any information related to her is kept highly confidential. To be honest, the Peach we've been dealing with feels so unfamiliar to me. Maybe she's actively avoiding me. Or maybe, after all these years,
bisa
she just
jadi ya.
isn't the same person I once knew. I'm definitely overthinking things. Let's head to the research facility.
Ya, gitu dong,
Maybe we'll find the answers we're looking for.
Kalau kebanyakan ngomong sih repot kita ya. Oke, ini 1 kilometer lagi guys. Motor selalu jawaban yang benar. Benjis. Motor ini saya nggak bisa terlalu ngebut ya. Oke, ini tempat gue ninggalin beacon gue. Oke, ini kayaknya pulau baru ya, itu ya 700 meter di sana ya. Tapi nggak apa-apa, kita lihat aja. Oke, kita lihat bawah aja deh. Siapa tahu emang pulau baru. Oke, ada beruang. Hi bear. Ini motor keren sih, tapi lambat ya. Oke, ternyata emang di pulau terpisah ya. Tapi mungkin di sini ada jalan darat, jadi gua akan coba lewat jalan darat dulu. Dan ini kita melewati Rosen. Ya, mulai hujan guys. Oke, ini banyak musuh ya. Itu ada co-op challenge. Oke, sepertinya kita harus turun. Dan kita harus menggunakan papan selancar ini lagi ya. Oke, ini pulau cukup terpencil ya guys. Sepertinya ini cukup terpencil dan oke, di atasnya ada. Oke, artinya banyak musuh dong ini. Oke, Yumanya udah di sini. Oh, tapi gua akan coba. Oh, dapat gold nucleus. Oke, sebelum kita lanjutin misi kita ambil dulu untuk mendapatkan gold nucleus. Sudah kristal dan gold nucleus. Oke, lanjut.
You're finally here. The entrance to the research facility is just up ahead, but something doesn't seem right.
Oke, apa nih? Ada yang
What's
salah.
wrong?
I saw a few guards quietly escorting some researchers out of the facility just now. It looks like they're following emergency evacuation procedures.
Oke, nah gini dong.
Are you ready? If so, let's go take a look.
Lanjut. Knock knock. Yes, left X7. Mari guys, kita selesaikan cerita dari Simulacra Nasri lagi kan. Samir ini. Oke, ini kayaknya research facility-nya.
You're right. This is an emergency. The facility's security system has been breached, and its self-destruct sequence is set to go off in an hour. That's why the researchers are in such a hurry to evacuate. Come take a look at the message on the screen.
Attention, all X7 Research Lab personnel, this is not a drill. The security has been breached and compromised. Cleansing protocol has been engaged. We'll self-destruct in 1 hour. Okay, sip.
The hacker. Could it have been...
I don't know,
gitu.
but she's the one who asked us to come here. What could she be? Let's split up and search the area. The researchers left in such a hurry. They're bound to have left some clues lying around. Pay close attention to your surroundings, especially any computer monitors or scattered documents. We might get lucky with one of them.
Oke. Mari guys. bukan yang ini. Dokumen. Ini apa di sini? Nggak ada apa-apa kelihatannya. Oke, ini nggak bisa tembus. Oke, ini kayaknya bisa dilihat ya, komputer ini ya. Still warm. Oke, komputer ini kayaknya nggak bisa diinteraksiin. Things surrounding. Oke. Ini apa? Bukan. Ya ini dong pintunya. Enggak ya? Oh itu dia. Lihat. All facility ini nih. Enter ini to reset.
Look, it's open.
Oke, 1103 ya. Ingat ya guys.
I warned you,
Oke.
didn't I? It's the real
Ada apa
deal
ini?
this time. Don't
shit.
say I didn't give you a chance. The control panel of the emergency exit is inside. Good luck.
Get over there.
1103.
The door is open.
Ingat guys.
Let's go.
Oh shit. No, kita terpisah guys. Oke, tapi kita udah diamankan lah ya minimal.
Yuma! Yuma!
Oke, kita kembali dengan Samir. Oke, ini kayaknya lift ya. Kita akan turun atau naik. Gua nggak tahu ya. Turun ya harusnya ya. Tadi kan kita. Waduh, ini feeling gua nggak enak ya. Apa ini? Oh, ini Huma sama itu ya. Coba kita kejar. Harus ngapain ya? Oke, tidak bisa begitu. Oke, kayaknya kita harus ikutin. Operate console for the passage. Konsol. Di mana konsolnya? Oh. Masuk sini lagi? Oh, nggak jelas. Di mana kah kontrolnya? Sini kah? Oke, udah kebuka. Oh, ini tangga. Gue kira jatuh, guys. Oke, kita harus mengerjakan. Oh, udah beda. Musiknya beda. Ini bukan. Ini bukan. Ini juga bukan. Ini juga bukan. Nah, ini ya. Oke. Apa ya? Oke, kayaknya kita harus pakai yang kuning ya. Oh, ada yang tutup. Ini kita harus ini ya. Harus cari caranya biar dia tetap kebuka, guys. Kita harus kemana tah? Oke, ini bukan di sini. Kayaknya ini ya. Nah, itu dia guys. Kayaknya itu ya. Oke, ini ada. Oke, itu dari bentuk badannya si Samir. Jangan. Oke, kayak kita cuma bukan Samir dulu. Samir di dalam situ. Oh, enggak, Humanya itu ya.
What have you done to her? I would also like to know what they did to her. Hero defeated the demon, but the princess is never waking up. What a cruel ending. Look at you. Just as pathetic as I once was.
Oh shit. Oh, jadi ternyata dia menjadi Yuma selama ini.
Who are you? Good question. Who do you think I am? Peach or Flora?
Samir, were you playing me for a fool the whole time?
Of course I was. The real Huma is slumbering in one of the jars over there. Does it feel lost? Scared? You realize that you've been had, and you only feel anger and...
What is it that you want?
What do you think I want? You don't understand how I feel.
Oke, jadi dia
Looked for her for
juga ya.
years. I saw her face, and I thought I had an answer. But that wasn't even her. Wear my friend's face as if it was rightfully theirs to start with.
Huma, is T04?
This is what you're looking for. The original data of T04. The person that I grew up with lives inside this tiny chip. I don't want to see her because it disgusts me, knowing that it's someone else inside.
Listen to me, Samir.
Waduh.
I will not hand her over to Hykros again. Tell Dr. Joaquin that I will gladly shoulder the consequences.
Samir! Samir!
Oke, kayaknya kalau emang berakhir di sini sih sedih juga ya ceritanya si Samir ini ya. Kita berharap aja ada happy ending buat mereka ya guys. Oh, ternyata kita keluar ya dan kita harus kembali ke sana. Oke, mulai lelah. Lelah bolak-balik ini ya. Oke, mari kita mulai dengan manjat-manjat lagi ya guys, habis ini ya. Astra. Oke, kita sekarang harus manjat manual ya setelah ini ya. Karena jetpack kita udah kepake tiga-tiganya dan kita sekarang hanya punya stamina ya. Oh, kita bisa pakai motor ternyata ya. Oh iya, benar juga. Gue melupakan motor. Belilah motor. 200 meter. Oh, ternyata kalau pakai motor nggak sejauh dari kelihatannya ya. Atau mungkin lebih cepat aja gitu ya. Oke, pas banget. High cross. Kita harus report. Oke, ini ceritanya Samir sendiri yang mendatangi profesornya ya. Waduh, ini belum penuh, jadi gue nggak bisa nge-cheat ya. Gue harus naik tangga manual layaknya manusia biasa. Ya, kita manusia biasa sih. Tapi di game ini kita punya peralatan yang canggih ya.
I'm sorry, Dr. Joaquin.
I'm fully aware of the situation. It seems Samir has played us all for fools.
Kita semua ditipu
It was
Samir.
another prank all along.
A prank? But Samir and Huma, they...
Don't worry, they're fine. Our emergency response team has arrived at research facility X7, and they report that the facility is perfectly intact. It appears Samir suspended the self-destruct sequence at the last minute and left with the T-04 data before the emergency response team arrived.
Okay.
Project X7, also known as the Mimicry Program, is an undisclosed project of Hykros that is currently under development. The purpose of this project is to quantify and standardize the simulacrum data of a target subject and safely apply it to other subjects.
Okay,
Simply put, it is intended to simulate the physical appearance of a given individual without affecting the subject's own consciousness. However, the application of this technology had to first overcome a very dangerous and imposing obstacle, namely, the compartmentalization of the subject's simulacrum data and the separation of physical and conscious data. For this reason, we recruited our first batch of 11 participants as our initial test subjects. Subject T-04 was one of them. Subject T-04? Her name was Huma, I believe. Yes, I remember now. She was incredibly resilient and optimistic. If she hadn't come down with such a rare and terrible illness, she would never have suffered at our hands.
Illness, yeah.
She and the other 10 subjects participated in the initial phase of experimentation. In the end, only 2 of them successfully survived the separation of consciousness from body, subjects T-03 and T-04. T-04's situation was very complex. We extracted the data on her physical form using the Mimicry Program's technology and used a special editing technique to essentially delete her illness. But when we attempted to reintegrate the data, things took an unexpected turn. The 2 sets of data violently rejected one another, and so we were forced to store her physical and conscious data separately. As a result, T-04 has not been able to regain consciousness.
Oh, sedih juga.
Prior to Samir causing all of this chaos, Research Facility X7 was attempting to construct a virtual persona based on Subject T-04's most recent physical data and import her conscious data into it. If they succeeded, it would mean that Subject T-04 could finally regain consciousness. Given her relationship with Subject T-04, I can fully understand the child's motives, but after today's events, I'm afraid I have no choice but to report the incident to headquarters. If they decide to pursue Samir, her best course of action will be to surrender herself and T-04's data and accept her punishment. I didn't want things to end up like this either, but Samir has gone way too far this time. Let's bring things to a close for now. Thank you for all your hard work. I will apprise you of any new developments in the future.
Oke, kita berhasil menyelesaikan cerita dan misi dari Simulacra Samir. Oke, ini gue suka banget sih gambar dan desainnya ini ya. Dia dengan pistol 2-nya dan ini ada motornya, ini gue suka banget. Oke, kita udah menyelesaikan ini dan Oke, kita udah menyelesaikan quest dari Samir dan mungkin itu mengakhiri perjumpaan kita di video kali ini. Oke, sekian dulu ya guys. Thank you untuk kalian yang udah nonton. Jangan lupa kasih like video ini kalau kalian suka dan jangan lupa subscribe karena dengan subscribe kalian gak akan ketinggalan pada saat nanti gua upload video berikutnya ya guys. Oke, akhir kata thank you dan sampai jumpa di video berikutnya ya guys. Bye bye.